Creative collaboration have brought many positive contributions to the Sacramento region, especially as it relates to social connectivity, mental health, and well-being. Here to tell us more is Journey of Hope writer and Stop Stigma Speakers Bureau member Marissa Montelongo and artist Kaino Hopper. Welcome to the both of you.
Thank you, Audrey.
First of all, tell me about Journey of Hope.
So, do you want to answer that one, Marissa?
Sure. Journey of Hope is a project in which individuals who are living with mental illness have the opportunity to share their stories through creative writing and through art. So local writers share their story and then are paired with an artist who bring that story to life through their artwork.
And what is it that you enjoy about Journey of Hope?
One thing I enjoy the most about it is there's very, in the beginning, it's not interactive because I don't get to meet the writer until the day the show's open.
Okay.
But once the show opens, it's extremely interactive and it draws on me and also the viewer to go deeper. It's about raising awareness, but it's also about education and being willing to meet the story, the lived experience where it is, and be willing to embrace this idea of challenge may happen, but we've transformed into a continuum, into a healthy lifestyle. And so in that way, not only does it bring awareness, but it also broadens the education base. And as an artist, for me, it makes me relate to how many stories of hope there are in Sacramento County. Over 300,000 people in Sac County live with mental illness, and we're lucky that so many of them, like Marissa, are willing to say, "Hey, I'm managing this. I'm well."
Well, it's, I can tell you're very connected, very passionate about the project. Tell me, what does this program? What does it mean for the local community here in Sacramento?
Definitely for the individuals living with mental illness, it gives us a platform. It gives us a safe space to share what it's like to deal with the things that we have to manage on a day-to-day basis. Also for the community, I think it's nice to maybe folks who are living in the dark with their mental illness, we can light the way for them and show them that there is restoration and there is hope and this is manageable. And then we're also providing the community with education and resources so that they can help their friends or loved ones as well.
Yes, very positive here. And it's not something that just happens here. It's happening all across the country. People are living with mental illness, trying to deal with it. What are some of the stereotypes that are very common to think when you hear mental illness?
I could speak for me. For me, it's you're crazy, or it's all in your head, or just get over it. And it's really not that easy. We have to have a coping toolbox, and we have to use those tools. And for me, it's creative writing.
Creative writing.
So some of the stereotypes that we've run across in our connection to lived experience is it's the person's fault, or they're not morally strong enough, or they should somehow pull themselves up from with their bootstraps. Or there's a kind of a misconception that it's sort of like the flu. Well, you just live through it, or you take an over-the-counter med, or you go to the doctor and voila, you're done. And from that standpoint, it doesn't honor that this is a condition that may be need to be managed for a long time. So it's not, the stereotype is, oh, you should be doing something different, or else you wouldn't have ended up in this situation.
Like it's a switch, they can turn it off and on, and that's really not the case. So you have a mental illness, it's not always what you think project. What is that?
Oh, so that is when mental illness affects folks of all different ethnicities, ages, socioeconomic statuses. It's not unique to one individual or to one face. So we're bringing our faces to the community through this project at the Crocker Art Museum, also through the Speakers Bureau project. We're going to schools, we're going to businesses, and we're sharing about our experiences and how we manage, and we're giving the community tools and resources to help their loved ones.
A lot of outreach. I think it's great that you're able to step forward and kind of share your story, be a face. There's a lot of artwork around us. I want to know all about it. Kaino, you're the artist. Tell me about some of these pieces.
Okay, so first what I'd like to bring your attention to is a piece that was in last year's show, 2018. And this one is called Living Out of the Box, which I think Marissa is a perfect example of, as are the 54 artists in this current exhibit. And what you'll notice here is that I was inspired by the nouns and the verbs and adjectives in the writer's story, and this is a young person was able to catch their depression at an early age. And a high school counselor knew what to do and help this person break through their world of darkness into the core. And,
Oh, wow.
and the person felt like they were trapped in a
so you're-
box,
so
and
you're
they got
really-
out of the box.
So you're taking some of the things you're hearing and
Yes.
you're transforming it into art. What are these
Correct.
other pieces that we have up here?
These pieces are from previous shows. These
Okay.
are two-dimensional artworks. And very often a person will feel like, I can't speak about it. I think that's pretty clear in
Okay.
the beautiful face we have here.
Yeah.
And yet the light is shining on her. And that shows that hope is
beautiful.
possible. And then I think the other piece, even though I haven't refreshed myself with that particular story, is
There's a lot going on.
a lot going on, and that speaks to what we've heard from our family member, that it can feel like a lot of noise and stimulation. And I think
agree.
that depicts that it is a very it's not always easy to work through that, to come out of there and ask for help and reach
Yes.
and get the help that you want.
Great. Well, thank you for coming and sharing this beautiful art, sharing your story. Where can people go for more information about Journey of Hope?
That's easy. StopStigmaSacramento.org is a great way to get involved with this and to access resources for more education. And 211, you can call that for more resources. There's also local support groups if you're ready to go beyond just viewing an art show. Through many different support groups locally
Great.
in
Lots
NAMI,
of
Sacramento.
wonderful resources. I want to thank both you ladies for being here.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.